We're going to make a histogram in this video on the data of tree heights. So we have all these values right here. These represent tree heights or heights of trees. So we're going to create a frequency chart first, and then we're going to take that data and transform it into, that's not the right word, we're going to translate it into a histogram down below. So first what we're going to do is kind of take a look at this data that we have. It's always helpful to identify the range of the data. So our smallest number looks like a 3 might be our shortest tree, going all the way up to a 46. So I'm going to do a frequency that goes from, I'm going to start 0 to 9. So I want to know, I'm basically going to take equal intervals of this data. So 0 to 9, we can go 10 to 19, I'm going by tens, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, and then 40 to 49. And we want to know how many trees fall in each of these height ranges. All right, so we look at our data and we count up how many heights are between 0 and 9. I'm going to cross them off as I find them. So there's a 3, there's 1, and we have a 5, there's 2. Looks like there's only 2 heights that are between 0 and 9, so that frequency is 2. Now how many are between 10 and 19? We're looking for all the teens. We got 15, 1, 16, 2, 17, 3, so we found 3. In the bottom row we have that 18, so there were 4 trees that had a height between 10 and 19. Now 20 and 29, we're looking for all the trees where their heights are in the 20s. So 21, 1, 23, 2, 26, 3. And then I'm just, here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We actually had 8 trees in the heights of the 20s. Maybe these are feet, 20 feet tall trees. All right, now in the 30s, look for any heights in the 30s. There actually are none, so we're going to put 0. And then how many trees were in the 40-foot range? We have that 146, so there's just 1 right there. So what you're doing is you're dividing your data into equal intervals. That's this column for tree heights, and then you just want to count up and see how many numbers fall into each of those ranges. All right, so to translate that into, make this a little smaller, into a histogram, what we're going to do is we're going to have the tree height along the bottom, and that frequency always goes along the left side. It's a little bit sloppy. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to create these intervals on the bottom. So I'm going to draw these lines, and I'm going to write in this first interval is going to be 0 to 9. Here, I'll zoom in on this, it's a little easier. This next one is going to be 10 to 19. Then we have 20 to 29, 30 to 39, and 40 to 49. So it's really sloppy. Hopefully you guys are much neater at this than I am. All right, now our frequency, how high up do we need to go with a frequency? Well, if you look at our chart, we have to go all the way up to an 8. So we're going to count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to draw in bars going up to the height for each interval. How high does it go with the frequency? So from 0 to 9, we have 2 trees. So this bar goes all the way up to the 2. 10 to 19 goes up to 4, so right next to it I'm going to go up to a 4. 20 to 29 goes all the way up to the 8. That's the most frequent height for the trees. 30 to 39 didn't have anything, and 40 to 49 went just 1. And so it's probably helpful to label these. Maybe I'll label every other 2, 4, 6, 8. And that's how you make a histogram.